Right, next up we have a presentation of petition from Joe Dickinson. Welcome, Joe. Thank you. So you have 5 minutes to read the prayer and then talk to your petition.
Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to present this petition. When collecting these signatures, Maurice Grant and I were amazed at the number of people that had contacted the City Council either via email or phone, had been put through to various departments and given job numbers with, it seems, no action taken. It would appear that the council does not seem to know what the left hand is doing from the right. No wonder it has taken so long to get to this stage. The council should have a record of all these interactions, as do the residents we spoke to. As stated in my submission to the Community Board in August of this year, back in May 2014, I had numerous conversations with the then City Arborist, who confidently assured me that money had been put aside in the 2015 budget for the repair, and yet here we are. There was also extensive correspondence between Mr Murray Lennox and the Council on this subject, and most certainly the Council will have a record of it. I would remind this committee that the Papanui Innis Community Board at the August 7th meeting selected one of the reinstatement options presented to it by the City Arborist and recommended to the Council that this work proceed. I was therefore somewhat surprised when I read that the matter had now been put in the hands of this committee, another way of putting it in the too hard basket. Maurice Grant and I were given the impression that the residents of Clearbrook Palms do not want any of the palm trees removed, just trimmed and looked after as necessary and the planter boxes repaired. Council allows developers to do such things to make subdivisions look visually attractive, but once they, the developers, move out and there are problems that are brought to the council's attention, we, the ratepayers, are told by them, the council, that it is not in their scope to fix them. I digress a little here regarding the planter boxes, 3 in all in the subdivision. I have been reliably informed that the developers advised against planting these palm trees in the planter boxes above the ground, but were overruled by council. Also, when collecting these signatures, I was told by a resident of Clearbrook Palms that a council truck had backed into the second planter box in Palm Drive opposite the reserve, thereby causing damage. The council should most definitely have a record of this. In summary, ladies and gentlemen, once again I take this opportunity to plead with this committee and council to stop duck shoving, paper shuffling, time wasting and no doubt money wasting. After all, time is money. And just get on with committing to job and expedite soonest. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Is there any questions? No. Can we get the petition? We've got the petition ready. We've got some...
We're allowed to discuss the item?
Okay, cool. Excellent. We do have a set of resolutions that we can put up. Yes. Sure.
Hi. Thanks for coming in. It's really good to have your view. The main issue is one particular tree, the one closest to Briggs Road. That's worse. Are the other ones also needing attention, or can they wait?
The 2 others, they're not in such bad condition, but as I say, the second planter box in Palm Drive was backed into by one of your truck or City Council trucks.
Allegedly.
And there's a wee bit of damage, but the main damage is in the one as you come in from Briggs Road.
Yes.
And it's been like that. I think I had complained before May 2014, and it just seems to just get... People are issued job numbers. Now, is there ever a tally taken of the job numbers and how that job number has progressed. It doesn't seem so.
No, that's interesting. I mean, one of the challenges is the method of repair and the cost to it. So we have to find a budget to do that. And it came to our community board with various options. And really, it's a very, very challenging problem to solve. But I know we're going to address it today. But I'm just wondering if we should be actually looking to the future and preparing for the other 2 trees as well down the track. So, Mike, I wonder if we should put that in as well to get the other 2 planter boxes assessed as well. They'll be a few years down the track, but they'll need the same treatment.
A couple of questions from me, Joe. Like, there's a lot of signatures on this petition. What percentage of that subdivision have signed it?
Sorry?
There's a lot of signatures on your petition. What percentage of your subdivision has signed your petition? It must be pretty high.
I can't hear you properly.
How many people in your subdivision have signed it? Like, what percentage?
I've actually got 106 signatures, and we didn't go to all houses. Well, some of the houses people weren't there, but I
Yeah.
actually have 106 signatures. I realised I only needed 20.
Yeah, right. What's the total amount of houses in the...
Oh,
Because it's quite a high percentage of your subdivision. that
it
have
would be a very, yeah,
how old is the subdivision?
20 years,
Okay, thank you.
approximately.
Thank you. So, Pauline, did you have an additional resolution you wanted to add?
If we should put it in as a note,
A note, yeah.
noting there are 2 other planter boxes that will require similar treatment in the coming years. I don't want to make it sound like a long time. In due course, perhaps. And should we get a report on those?
Oh, we might have to pass that on to the community board. We'll deal with this one.
Okay.
Jake, you had a question? Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't know if it should go onto the community board because they're in the road. It's a transport issue. So maybe we should call for a report on them in here.
Phil?
Just asking a question of all of us. I asked staff, I suggested to staff there was a 3rd option that I put forward, and I want to know if they have designed what I suggested into the mix.
Yeah, we don't have staff here to answer that question at the moment. But
There is a 3rd option that I feel is a lot better, so as long we should look at that.
Sheep pilot.
Yeah.
It's just a question on the resolutions. When do you want that now, or? Oh yeah, cool. I was just wondering if there was a way in which we could actually just bring forward the meeting date, or if there was a way that we could actually isolate that one and get work happening on that one, and then have the wider issues come back. I'm just worried that the wider issues are going to delay actually fixing what is an urgent health and safety.
No, it's a report coming back in February on this one.
Yeah.
That's
this
right.
is not like this a December meeting, then this is the one after the December one, so it's only 2 meetings away. And obviously, when this came to the council meeting, it was very clear it wasn't going to be that straightforward to get money on budget for this thing. This is why we're trying to look within the program what we can do to actually sort it. So this will actually generate a proper report to actually work out what we can do. Tim?
Thank you. In the report, is it possible to include one of the options as in councillor Majors? Because I mean, we should be looking at 3 options rather than 2, because we were actually after a good end result.
So
is that possible?
2A is about the funding options which were approved by Papanuianis Community Board. And did you want to put and investigate?
I think Tim, Phil and I have a meeting next week with the transport team, so we'll have a good discussion about it to make sure we get the best repair option that works with the community and within the budget we hopefully can find for it. So.
That's fine. That's all fine. Good.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Are you happy with?
Yep.
Okay, you want to move it? Okay, do we have a seconder? Oh, seconder. Any discussion? All those in
Yeah,
favour?
I'd like,
Yep. Sure.
I'd just like to apologise for this taking so long. It has been challenging, and it has been through our community board a couple of times, and it did get, I guess, put in the too hard basket, yeah, and I do apologise for that, and thank you for coming in today and speaking to it, and for taking the time to get the signatures and to engage in your community, and it's good to see that we've got a clear path of action today, so thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Carried. Thank you very much, Joe. Excellent. Right, we'll move to item 7, the establishment of the Coastal Hazards